April 2017. I'm Adriana Katigbak.
And I'm Jobert Dollano.
And we're bringing you the latest news.
Making headlines. Robredo to millennials, fight for the country without using violence. South China Sea. China's media warns US over confrontation. Nickelodeon to build Philippine underwater theme park. Luzon and Visayas to have rain from low-pressure areas. Michelle Obama, First Lady of Style, a look back at her fashion legacy.
The Cavaliers, James, and Warriors, Curry, lead in second fan returns of NBA All-Star Voting 2017. Monday's Cavs-Warriors showdown, US chapter of NBA fiercest rivalry.
Vice President Leni Robredo urged the millennial generation to fight for the interests of the nation without resorting to violence. After quitting President Rodrigo Duterte's cabinet last December, she said, "Our democracy has no room for political intimidation or violence. Progress can always be achieved peacefully." She delivered her speech at the Peace Congress of the EDSA Ortigas Consortium of Schools, emphasizing how the technological advancements of the generation provide opportunities to protect the greater good.
Around the world, the US risks a large-scale war with China if it attempts to blockade islands in the South China Sea. Rex Tillerson, Trump's nominee for Secretary of State, said that China's access to those islands is not going to be allowed.
But we've got to step back and look at all of China's activities. And the one you mentioned now, the island building in the South China Sea, the declaration of control of airspace in waters over the Senkaku Islands with Japan. Both of those are illegal actions. They're taking territory or control or declaring control of territories that are not rightfully China's. The island building in the South China Sea itself, in many respects, in my view, building islands and then putting military assets on those islands is akin to Russia's taking of Crimea. It's taking of territory that others lay claim to. The U.S. has never taken a side in the issues, but what we have advocated for is, look, that's a disputed area. There are international processes for dealing with that, and China should respect those international processes.
But he did not specify how the US would block access. Experts agreed it could only be done by a significant show of military force. News stations like the China Daily and the Global Times offered more direct criticisms and called out Mr. Tillerson's statement as rabble-rousing and a mishmash of unrealistic political fantasies.
News to keep us up to business. Nickelodeon plans to build an underwater theme park in Coron, Palawan. Chosen for its beautiful beaches and scenery. Known as a kids channel with popular shows like SpongeBob, Very Odd Parents, and more. Nickelodeon's resort is planned to be 400 hectares big and 20 feet below sea level. Here with us today are Nickelodeon correspondent R.C. Buenaventura and environmentalist Alex Tamsi to tell us more about the pending theme park. Mr. Buenaventura, can you give us the supposed objectives of Nickelodeon?
The great thing about what we plan to construct is that it will encourage the youth and expose them to marine life and conservation while being able to interact with the characters that they love. The resort will cover a large area, allowing guests to have more opportunities for fun and discovery.
There are many concerns that the construction of this park might implicate destruction and rehabilitation of marine life.
Well, Palawan is the Philippines' last ecological frontier, so we can't risk losing it. And the construction of those structures at that sea level will definitely have an effect, probably negative, on the surrounding ecosystem. So the DENR will definitely stand against it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Buenaventura. Alex Tamsi. Alright, we'll be having a short break and we'll be back with some more news.
Hey, brother, there's an endless road to rediscover. Hey, brother, know the water's sweet, but blood is thicker. Oh, if the sky comes falling down for you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. What if I'm far from home? Oh,
our daily weather report, we have Josh Aguillo for our weather forecast.
A low-pressure area near eastern Visayas will cause rain in several parts of Luzon and Visayas on Monday, January 16. Pag-asa stated that the skies will be cloudy with moderate to heavy rain and will have thunderstorms over Bicol and eastern Visayas. They've given a warning for possible flash floods and landslides in the said areas. Other parts of Visayas, Quezon, Marinduque, and Romblon will have cloudy skies with light rain and isolated thunderstorms. Those on the line in eastern Visayas is Kyla Sanz to give us a look at things.
Thank you, Josh. As you can see, there are several thunderclouds rolling overhead with heavy showers of rain. Citizens are encouraged to stay home and stay off the roads, keeping safe to avoid the bad weather.
Entertainment and sports segment, we have Mansilla and Lanz Tolentino.
New president coming to our office, let's give one last salute to our outgoing first lady. In the past, the floater style was expensive and simple until Barack Obama was elected and Michelle Obama became the new floaters. Unlike the other styles, hers was relatable, accessible to the public, and gave a message to today's women. Let's take a look back at her fashion legacy. In 2009, she released the White House portrait wearing a sleeveless black crepe jersey. While conservatives were concerned about her showing her arms, many Americans appreciated her muscle tone. She continued to wear similar styles, showing a strong woman, both figuratively and literally. Being the first African-American First Lady, she included the diversity in her style choices, as well as the affordability, by wearing brands with reasonable prices. She even said during a talk show, "Ladies, we know J. Crew. You can get some good stuff online," causing the company's stock to rise 25%. When she started, many said that Michelle Obama didn't express the regular photo style, but her combination of daring, modern, class and accessibility will be remembered, and she has allowed future First Ladies to express themselves with their own style.
Cavaliers James and Warriors Curry lead in the second fan return in the NBA All-Star of 2017. Fan voting still continues and to surge after more than 21 million votes have been increased from 122% from 71%. The rating is practically the same from LeBron James, boosted a million votes, while Steph Curry has a 900,000 votes. And that is all for today. This is Jobert Dollano from CBC News. Thank you and good morning.